full schedule, as I call it, this day and age. Uh, Back then, we were able to do things a whole lot quicker than we are these days, but it's just the way things are. There's more requirements, there's more work, so it's more difficult to get subcontractors that want to work, and it's material shortages, and it just goes on along the board. But where we left off last video was going through inspections and walking through with the inspector. Hopefully you get to a point where you get green tag on your framing inspection, because framing inspections usually involve uh, electrical, mechanical, and plumbing all together, and then also the shear wall inspection all at one time. So on day 24, that's when we were doing inspections. Day 25, we're fixing any miscellaneous red tag items, and then I go ahead and call for inspections on that day 25 also, because I would have had enough time to call everybody, get whatever I needed, and that morning just hit it hard. I just request that afternoon inspection, and that's going to vary different cities. And then on day 26 we're insulating, and day 27 we have the insulation inspection, the energy inspection. He'll come in and just check and making sure that everything's up to par and the way it's supposed to be. And day 28 we're going to start hanging sheetrock, and we're going to also start bricking, and that goes on for about 5 days. Actually, I allow 7 days, but day 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So you tape and bend texturing, so it's a full week. I'm not counting Saturdays, but they do work Saturdays and sometimes even Sundays. And the brick layer is usually done in about 4 days, but sometimes it'll be 5. So that'll take us all the way through day 32. Day 33, we're doing the interior trim. Now, over here, I'm using pre-finished cabinets versus custom cabinets made. Now, here's where the difference is, and also the wood floor. If you're using hand scraped wood floor, you would put that in before you put in any cabinets and trim. But we use pre-finished wood floor, so we don't do that. So we go ahead and trim, and then we paint. I allow him 4 days to paint, 1 day to trim, 4 days to paint, and then I get the interior, the cabinets in, the pre-finished ones. And then on day 39, they come out, they do templates for the granite or measure any marble or anything like that. And then also we start the ceramic tile. I allow for day 39, 40, and 41 for the tile work, and that'll give enough time to get it all complete. And there's actually another day, day 42, but also we get the electrical underground by that time. And day 43, that's when the tops are installed. So from the time you measure, that's 5 days, and that's generally, here it's been running a little quicker, but that's what I allow, because something's going to happen. It will happen. Day 44, we do the plumbing trim. Day 45, AC trim. Day 46, electrical trim. Now generally I will put in the plumbing trim and the AC trim together. Again, I'm allowing some space in between for bad weather days, for anything that comes up. So you've got some allowances in here. Day 46, electrical trim. 47, it's going to be the meter inspection. That's where they just come inspect, making sure that everything's safe to connect, permanent power. Also, we're doing the hardware, we're doing the mirrors, the shower doors. Day 49, I'll have the attic blown, and you're looking at after the meter inspection. The reason being is if there is any issues or anything, you don't want to send your electrician back up there or anybody else back up there with an insulation blown, because then it's hard to find wires, and it's very uncomfortable to walk through insulation. Um, Day 50, you're getting your flat work in. Day 51, final grade, and again, this can be, uh, right after the underground's run. You start getting your flat work in, but I'm just showing, hey, I'm dedicating a day to that. It's not good to really do your final grade after the flat work. You want to allow 3 or 4 days, so by then you'll have that. You always try to get it a little ahead, but this is just again so I can give you just some breaking points there. Uh, Day 51, the final grade. Day 52, texture touch up. I have them go in there and actually after the trim and cabinets are set, do any texture touch up then, but I'll have them go in there again because little things like overcuts on the electrical plugs and switches, that those sort of things. Day 53, paint touch up, and we got window screens going in. Day 54, carpet, and then day 55, the final clean, and then this is you'll have a rough clean in there before paint touch up anyway. You'll have the first clean, and then you'll have final clean, day 55, and then day 56. It's touching up any miscellaneous little items, anything that needs to be repaired, or any, just going through with your punch list started. Day 57, 58, 59, and 60, that's 4 days. That's for quality check, and that's actually going through and making sure that everything is complete. Now I give the painter, a day there, but I'm actually already in there uh, till when he tells me, hey, I'm done. Then I can go in there, and it's hardly anything because we've had a working relationship, so he already knows what I expect, and it's very few items that I generally find. But I want to make sure and test everything. I turn on the water, fill all the tubs, all the sinks. I turn everything on, making sure all the plugs, all the switches, everything's working. The appliances are working. I test everything just to make sure that it works, so I don't get embarrassed when I'm doing a walkthrough. And day 61, that's when we do the customer orientation, which is a walkthrough. And then day 62 to 65, that's I take care of any items that they come up with, and generally you'll get 3 or 4 items just because of the last people that are walking in. They bump into a wall or do something, but we do also leave the homeowner a paint kit so they can touch it up, and of course they already have the colors and everything. So generally that breaks down to 13 weeks, which is basically 3 months. Generally around here they've been running a standard builder will actually run about twice that, but I like to schedule, like I said, tighter, and a lot of it works with the relationship you have with your subcontractors. The one thing I want to stress is when you schedule a sub, make sure number one, it's ready for him. Number two, you've got the material that he needs and it's already delivered. He doesn't have to go pick it up. Um, that in itself, you will be, I assure you, about number one on his list. I talk to them, and uh, they love coming out here because of that. They don't like when you schedule stuff and you don't check it, you don't walk it, and you schedule it and it's not ready for them. They lose a lot of money. You've got to realize this.